I'm President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Welcome.
Ohanaeze Ndigbo, he made a speech in Lagos. It is not just only what is happening now between the Igbos and the Yorubas. Not only that, he said something even far back when he was little, that what happened in Port Harcourt between the Igbos and the Ikwere. I don't want to say much, let it not look as if I am trying to make up stories myself. I want you to be patient enough. It's a historical something he's trying to say, which is very important to each and every one of us. Please be patient enough. As you're watching this video to the end, don't forget to touch the like button. Drop your comment below. Share this video and listen to what Ohanaeze Ndigbo has to say about what is going on. Now, let's go there.
I'm President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Welcome.
I speak to you this morning as the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo worldwide. I speak to you as the leader of Igbo people in Nigeria. We believe in this country. We have worked very hard at all times since the amalgamation of this country towards the progress, towards the unity, towards the success of Nigeria in every field. Any honest Nigerian will agree a role in every aspect of life. Probably history of Nigeria as a country that in 1914 amalgamated northern. But I want you to know that where we live today in Nigeria, even before Christ was born, I am setting up a museum of Igbo history. And when the results come out, where they live today, we have been very old there. Igbo activity in Lagos and in many parts of 1914 amalgamation by Frederick Lugard. Those have been part of this territory called Nigeria for method. We now became one country. That gave Nigeria, it was the determination to move around, to help in building a country, Nigeria. Igbo traders, Igbo entrepreneurs, Igbo artisans, Igbo craftsmen dispersed all over the country. Our people left our home in the eastern part and went to our home in the eastern part and went to the north and went to the west. Eventually, Lagos became the federal capital. And of course, like in all countries, a national capital is a challenge. The development of a national capital is a challenge not only to those who are domiciled there, but it's a challenge to anybody who regards himself as a patriotic citizen of Nigeria. So when Lagos was accepted as capital of Nigeria, Igbos, most of them are dead today, our forebears, they rose to the challenge. Challenge of that time is investment, massive investment to make the capital Lagos a fitting headquarters for Nigeria. That's how Igbos scattered all over. That's how Igbos moved into Lagos, by a sense of patriotism. Igbos came into Lagos, they found some swampy lands, they bought the land. Igbos, when they came to Lagos, they never came there to take anybody's property. They came there, they saw empty, they bought the land, they converted swampy lands to habitable places. They built businesses, they built homes, they built schools, they developed Lagos. In effect, without the enterprise, without the patriotism of Igbos, of Nigerians like the Igbos, many other Nigerians did the same, but it will appear, because of population, Igbos were in large number. But these pioneers, these our forebears, are the heroes of the time, the heroes of what we call today a very strong Lagos. When they came there, Lagos was basically swamp, but they converted it to very wonderful, beautiful headquarters we see today in Nigeria. I want on this occasion to salute our forebears. I want to salute all those Igbos, our people who left their home, the comfort of their home in eastern Nigeria, and crossed the Niger and went to Lagos and participated in developing Lagos. In the normal character of Igbos, when they went to Lagos, they didn't say that the property there is their own. They made sure they identified the owners. I have it on record that Igbos, wherever they went, they bought the land, they obeyed the laws, both local and federal, and they have been law-abiding. And in return, they were very highly respected by the natives. People in Lagos respected, the Yorubas respected Igbos. They built very solid and sound relationship with Igbos. Igbos lived in Lagos without any problem, in peace and in love. And that was a proper and fitting action to their behavior, I mean their character, or coming to help in developing the Lagos. We continued in Nigeria until 1960. We had independence. At independence, Nigeria had a constitution. That constitution was a good constitution. It was a federal constitution. In 1963, we had a Republican constitution. Again, it was quite a good constitution. He doesn't repatriate anything. Yes. Now, I'm saying this because Igbos have been taken for granted. Igbos in 1970, after the war, moved up again and invested massively in the West, invested massively in the East. There is hardly any local government today in Nigeria. You don't see investment and economic activity, social activity, educational activity of Igbos. That is nowhere. To me and to many Igbos who are patriotic Nigerians, it's a happy development. Because what it means is that they have now invested. The Igbos have invested in this place. They have contributed to the internally generated revenue in those places. Igbos, unlike some people, when they come to a place, they make money, they carry to their home. Igbos are not like that. And as the leader of Igbos, I'm making Nigerians to know what we are. When we come to a place and make money in the place, we invest the money there. Yes. And when we do it, they say, make money, we invest it there. We have a choice. If Igbos have been the group that get money and run away with it, of course, Igbo land could have been a different place. Yes. But we felt that, you see, we are one Nigeria. Why, if it's one Nigeria, why shouldn't I develop Lagos? Why shouldn't I develop any other place? So, Igbos have, I'm saying it, been one of the biggest investors in Nigeria in local investment.
Yes.
Everywhere you go, you have them. That is overlooked. It's local investment. And that is what has developed Lagos to what it is today. Because anybody who saw Lagos when in the 60s or in the 50s and see Lagos today will know. When people say that Igbos have taken over Lagos, Igbos have done this, or it's not. Igbos have not carried Lagos away to Igbo land. The person who has taken over Lagos is that person who has made money in Lagos and taken it out. That foreigner, a foreigner from Europe or elsewhere, who has come to, most of them made Port Harcourt as a creek. They bought land from people, they developed the Port Harcourt land. Now they got up at old age to see they have lost everything they got. Most of them, nobody came to their rescue. They lost their property. When that thing started, it was like a joke. Now, why is it? It was very painful to Igbos because Igbos played a major role in making the Queres have the ownership of Port Harcourt. There was a time when there was dispute about who owns Port Harcourt, the Queres and the other people, the rest. Igbos regarded the Queres as their kith and kin. Igbo State Union at the time, which was the supreme body of Igbos, came together, rallied around the Queres and supported the Quere people, financially and otherwise. The case of ownership of Port Harcourt was determined at the West African Court of Appeal, WACA, in Gold Coast in those days. In those days, we were under British rule. It was in Gold Coast, Ghana. I was a young boy, a small boy in Port Harcourt. On the day the judgment was passed, I still, as I stay here, remember with nostalgia what happened that day. People, Igbos were rejoicing, Igbos were jubilating, because Igbos regarded Iqueres as their kith and kin. And then Igbos were happy that Port Harcourt had been declared to be owned by Iquere people. For Igbos, during their own lifetime, to see that their own property they bought with their money seized, it was very painful. Most of them died. But we endured it. Igbos again moved back and struggled. Started from the scratch again to build up. And after the war, they went all over the place, because after the war, everybody was told everything is okay. Go back to wherever you live and be there, no problem. Igbos went round. And wherever they went, due to the industry, due to hard work, due to their belief in this country, they prospered